Hello guys, very good evening to all of you and welcome back to the sessions. We all are here again in this Sprint X sessions for your board exam preparations, and I am here again, Harsh Priyam, a master teacher of mathematics at Vedantu, taking your sessions of Sprint X, giving you 7 most important questions of each and every chapter for your board exam preparations. Keeping in mind, keeping in point of view the boards, I am taking 7 questions every day at 6 p.m. and 8 p.m. and today we are here again at 6 p.m. giving you 7 most important questions today for the chapter of statistics. So I guess you all guys must be ready for the questions. Are you? So let's start. And the first question, without wasting much time, I'll be showing you the first question and even showing you how these questions would be solved. So the first question goes like this. Literacy rate. Okay, starting with the literacy rate itself. Literacy rate of 40 cities in the given is given in the following table. If it is given that mean literacy rate, first of all, literacy rate of 40 cities. This means sum of frequency is given. 40 cities means all the cities, total number of cities is 40. This is 40. If the given that mean literacy rate is 63.5, mean is given, then find the missing frequencies. This is the missing frequency, this is the missing frequency. Now, we have 2 missing frequency, isn't it? So we require 2 equations so that we can find out x and y both. So the first equation would be coming from the summation of all these factors. Means if I add all of them, adding. So if I add all of them, that should be equal to 40. So let us add 1, 2, 3, 3, 6, 6, 6, 12. 12, 8, 20, 26 and 5, 31. So x plus y plus 31 is equal to 40, making it equal to x plus y is equal to 9. This is the first equation we have got. Now moving to the next. Now you have to apply the formula for mean. So I guess you would have studied 3 formulas for mean. Normal method, step deviation and assumed mean method. So I will apply the most easiest one, normal method. So that normal method says, for that normal method I am writing down here, mean is equal to summation fi xi divided by summation fi, isn't it? Now this fi is frequency, xi is class marks. So we need to find out the class mark of this given data. So first of all, let us form this data. I am writing down here. Where shall I write? I'll write here. 3540. 3540. So do you know the class mark? The formula for class mark is lower limit plus upper limit divided by 2. Means 35 plus 40 divided by 2. And this will be the class mark. So 35 plus 40 divided by 2 means the value between 35 and 40. So if you will find it out, it will become 75 by 2. That is nothing but 37.5. Isn't it? So the class mark for this interval is 37.5. Isn't it? Now in the very similar fashion, 40 and 45. So we have to get the middle value of between 40 and 45. So I guess you must be able to understand that it will be 42.5. Similarly, 47.5, 52.5, 57.5. All the values in between them. So I will not find the whole value, rather I will just write it down. Let us see how to write it down. So I will write down, I will start from 37.5. I am writing x. I am writing here xi. And that is 37.5. And see here, all the xi would be at an interval of 5. Why? Because all the intervals are itself 5. So the class mark will also be at an interval of 5. So moving to the next, this is xi. So I am writing down 37.5, 42.5, 47.5, 52.5, 57.5 and thereafter till where? It will go till 87.5. Okay, let's see. 87.5. Make it till 87.5, 57.5 and then what? 62.5 and thereafter 67.5 and then 72.5 and then 77.5, 82.5 and then 87.5. It's a very long data, yaar. बहुत लंबा ही दे दिया इन लोगों ने. हाँ, anyways, now writing all the values 1 2 3 x y 6 8 4. So 1 2 3 x y 6 8 4. Now what's next? 6 8 4 2 3 2. So writing here 2 3 2. This is 2 3 2. Okay, so now we have got fi and xi. Now the formula says multiplying both of them and adding all of them divided by summation fi. So what we will do, we will multiply both of them and then add them. So I'm just multiplying 37.5 into 1, that is 37.5. 42.5 into 2. So 42.5 into 2 is nothing but 85. 85.0 and then 47.53, and see, this will be a very long calculation and I'm not interested in doing this much calculation, but yes, let me tell you, this question is very much probable for coming in the examination. Why? Because here you have to find two variables, so it will be a predominantly 4-marker question. But let me tell you, when it will come in your board examination, it will not come for such a long data, because this is a it will come for some around 5 entries, 1 2 3 4 5 or 6 entries max to max. After this much entries would not be there. Okay, so that will make your calculation easy, because if it will come for this much long, 10 entries or 11 12 entries, means a very long time would be required to solve this. So the question paper will become lengthy. So this much long question would not come. It will come for 5 to 6 entries and then you will be able to multiply it. Here also you have to multiply both of them and you will be getting the value. So I can write it down, I can multiply it down. It will be like 40 90 95 95 और 47 9 4 13 132 142.5. I don't know, I might be doing some mistakes, so please ignore that and do it correction on your own. I have just multiplied by 3. Then 52.5 into x, so that will be 52.5x. And 52.5x, that is 57.5y, and so on. And then adding all of them. Okay, adding all of them. Now I am just putting everything in the formula. So if you put everything in the formula, I am writing down using some another color. Let's see. If I write this, so mean is already given, that was 62.5 is equal to summation fi xi we have got just now in the bottom by adding all of them and divided by summation fi. So summation fi was given, some 40 cities. So this 40 cities is summation fi, sum of all the quantities. Sorry, literacy rate is 63.5. So I'll just write it down. It's not 62.5, it's 63.5. So this is 63.5 and this summation fi xi, you will write it down here, summation, and this is 40. So when you will cross multiply, you will get a value here. And what I want to say, that this summation fi xi will have some x terms and y terms. So you will be getting second equation in terms of x and y. Okay, second equation in terms of x and y and the first equation in terms of x and y, and then you will solve both of them using the linear equation properties, means how to solve the linear equation using those methods, and you will be getting the value of x and y. Let me tell you, this is a kind of very tough question, but I have taken only because that I had to give you this type of questions. Surely this question would not be that much tough in your board examinations, means you are doing everywhere decimal multiplication, that would not be there. Boards will give a easier question, but yes, this type of question is very important, means wherever you have to find two values to unknown x and y, and this kind of questions is very probable, not this much tough, but yes, it is probable with some easy data. Okay, so I guess I have made my point clear. It is means not required to solve the whole question, that would not be required anyways. Now moving on to our next, if you have understood this question, moving on to our next question. So the next question goes like this. Yes, the second part of that question itself, means a second type of that question. It says mean of the following frequency distribution is 62.8. This, find the missing frequency x. Now this question is also a very similar kind, only here the unknown quantity is only 1. Earlier it was 2, so that is also probable, but if board does not go for very tough questions in maximum times. Sometimes it might happen that board might give that first type of question. Otherwise, mostly this type of question is given because it is comparatively easier than the previous one. Now, how to solve this? Again, it is written here, mean is given. So this time, see here, if I will find out class mark, let me write down class mark. So in this case, class mark xi would be easier because you have to get the value of 0 and 20, 0 plus 20 divided by 2, between middle value of 0 to 20, that would be 10. 20 to 40, middle value 30, because 20 plus 40 by 2 is also 30. Then 10, 30, 50, 70, 90 and 110. Now this is an easier one, isn't it? Because here you would be able to multiply them very easily. So when you will multiply, this is frequency, so this is Fi. So you will be multiplying both of them, Fi, Xi. This will be like 50, 83, 240. I'm adding all of them, 50x, then adding 12 into 70, that is 840, and then adding 19, that is 630, and then adding, that is 880. Now this is summation of Fi, Xi. Summation Fi, Xi, isn't it? And divided by summation Fi. So if I add all of them, 8 plus 5, 13, 13, 12, 25, 12, 25 and 15 is 40 plus x. This is 40 plus x. So guys, the formula says of mean that mean is equal to summation Fi, Xi. And please never forget to write the formula this, because the formula carries a marks. If you are not given the formula, surely you are going to lose 1 marks out of 4. So never ever miss this formula. And let me tell you, this whole statistics chapter has only 2 kind of questions, either a 3 marker or a 4 marker. Very rarely board asks any 1 marker or 2 marker from this statistics chapter. It's a rare thing. Okay. Now, means it can ask those 1 marker, 2 marker question, but that would be really easy. Say for example, some 2-3 data is given and they would ask that what is the mean of this data, or write down the formula of mean or mode of the data, like that. Now here, so all the values are given already. 62.8 in place of mean, 62.8 is equal to summation Fi, Xi. So this summation Fi, Xi you have got, you just need to add them. So that is equal to summation Fi, Xi you will put here and divided by summation Fi. So summation Fi is already there, 40 plus x. So here only one quantity is unknown, that is x, and you would be able to find it using this method. So I guess I am clear with this point that how you can solve these kind of questions. These questions are not that much tough, but yes, it will take some time because calculation is a bigger one, isn't it? So now, if you have understood this question also, let me tell you, these 2 questions are very important. Don't leave these questions, okay? Now, moving to the next, rest of the questions I guess would be easy because there would be, this question is on mode. So mode is, I guess you all must be knowing the formula for mode. I'm just writing it down. Mode is equal to L, lower limit, plus Fm, frequency of modal class, minus F1 divided by 2 times Fm minus F1 minus F2, isn't it? And into H. So in multiple books, in different kind of books, this formula might vary because they will be writing F0 minus means F1 minus F0 divided by 2F1 minus F0 minus F2. But everywhere, the meaning of those formulas would be same. If it is written F1 here, they would be means describing it that F1 is the frequency of the modal class. So here also Fm is frequency of the modal class. So formula might vary. It's not an issue. Whatever formula you are writing it down, you should do one thing. If you are getting any confusion, write down that what you have described. Say for example Fm. So write down here Fm is equal to frequency of modal class. Frequency of modal class. Now let me tell you, your question would be that, sir, is it required to write this in the boards? Means in the boards examination, do we require to write all these, that what are means a notation of which thing? So I would suggest that it's not mandatory, but yes, if you write it down, that will make your copy very presentable and very proper. But yes, let me tell you, if you are running out of time, don't go for writing this. This is only if you have spare time with you, okay? Then only write this. If you are running out of time, don't do that, okay? Now, Once you have the formula, now you need to find out the modal class first of all. In this mode, finding the mode, the very first step is finding the modal class. Now, because that modal class would be required for getting all these values. So for that modal class, always remember one thing, that what is mode? Mode means the mostly occurring value in a data. Okay, so here find the frequency which is maximum. The frequency which is maximum, that will be the modal class. So here you would be able to see that 23 is the largest frequency. So this class would be the modal class. Now once you have got the modal class, all the values would be according to modal class. L, lower limit of the modal class. So I'm just writing down values, that is 35, plus FM. FM means frequency of modal class. So frequency of modal class is 23, minus F1. F1 means preceding. Previous to this modal class, what is the frequency? So that is 21. 23 minus 21 divided by 2 times 23. So 2 times 23 minus F1. F1 again 21. And F2 is frequency of class succeeding to the modal class. Succeeding means after this. So this is previous to this, preceding, and this is succeeding. So this is F1 and this is F2. So F2 value is minus 14. This, and then H. H is the height of the modal class or class width of that class. So class width 35 and 45. What is the width? 10. So I guess you must be knowing this is 10. Now you have got all the values, just it's calculation, so you can do the calculation. I guess I am clear with my point, isn't it? So in other type of questions, say for example mode or median, questions would be easier. If you get mean, then only it can be a little complex, not very complex, but a little complex, where you'll have to find the missing frequencies. That's all. But in mode and median, you'll get very easy questions. Okay. Now moving to the next, just one thing. Solve these kind of questions multiple times. Otherwise, there is a very big probability that you will lose this formula or you will forget this formula. It is a very big chance, because right now also you must be feeling that you might not be knowing this formula, or you would have missed it somewhere in the back of the mind. So it happens even in the examinations, because in an examination there is a lot of pressure. So don't do that. Remember, for remembering the formula, you cannot do it that reading it 10 times in a day. The only method is this: solve 10 type of questions on this based on this formula, and you will be getting the formula very easily. Now moving on to the next. The next question goes like this. Here you have to find mean, median and mode. So what I'll do, I have already said you the method of how to find mean, how to find mode. So the remaining portion, median, I will tell you how to find median, because in this data I guess you would be able to find mean and mode. Okay. Now, and let me tell you, board can ask this kind of questions, but again, if you have to find all three values now, then be very sure that board would be giving the data very easy, so that you can do the calculation and multiplication, addition, subtraction all in a very easier method. Because otherwise, if it will be tedious and you have to find three values, it will take very long time, and board will not give any such questions for 4 marks. Okay, so be sure for that. Now, writing the formula for median. Now median says it is L plus n by 2 minus CF divided by F into H. Now what is this formula all about? Means L, n by 2. L to फिर भी समझ आता है. L we can understand that L is the lower limit of median. L is the lower limit of median. Yes. So L is the lower limit. We know that. But what is this n by 2? Okay. So I'll tell you. First of all, you do addition of all the frequencies. Now, once you added all of them, you will be getting a summation Fi, isn't it? Summation Fi. This summation Fi is n. This summation Fi is n. So, now why I have got this n and all those things, I'll tell you that also. You know what? What is the definition of median? Definition of median is that median is such a value which is in the middle. Okay, so you have to find the middle value, but that was when the data is unorganized, ungrouped. But here you have the data in the form of class format. Okay, so how you will find the middle value? So the method is this: find n first. N means summation of all. First of all, find this 8, 6, 14, 14, 24, 24, 12, 36, 36 and 6, 5, 11, 3, 14. I guess that is 50, I guess, if I am not wrong. 36 and 11 14 बिल्कुल 36 is 50. So that is 50. Now if you have got n equal to 50, find out n by 2, that is 50 by 2. So that is 25. That is somewhere looking like medians, means the value mid value. But here what you have to do, you have got n by 2. Now CF is the cumulative frequency. So now what is the cumulative frequency? So cumulative frequency will have to form. Now let me, I'll tell you how. This is the class that is 0 to 20, 20 to 40, 40 to 60, 60 to 80. Yeah, I'll just tell you the methodology. Don't get worried. I'll just tell you the methodology because the data is going very long. Methodology is write down the first frequency. Then the next frequency would be written by adding the first one, means adding the previous one. So the next frequency would be 6 plus 8, that is 14. Then next would be 40, this is 6, this is 6. Now this is not only 8 but 8 plus 6, that is 14. This is not only 10, 10 plus 14, that is 24. Then 24 plus 12, that is 36. And so on. It goes like that only. Now, you know, so we have got this cumulative frequency also. Now before that, before all the things, again here is also a very important thing, that you have to find a median class. Like in the mode you find a modal class, here also you have to find a median class. And how you will find that? First of all, when you found the value of n by 2, that is 25. So in this cumulative frequency, find a frequency which is just equal to or just greater than 25. I am again repeating. Find a cumulative frequency here which is equal to 25 or just greater than 25, means the next value. So here we are not getting any 25. So the just next value greater than 25 would be this 36. So this class will become your median class. I am writing here, this class will become your median class. 36 was for the 60 to 80. So this is your median class. I'll use this 60 to 80, na? Yes. This 60 to 80 becomes your median class, isn't it? This becomes your median class. Now once you have got your median class, all the values would be according to that. Let me write it down. For median class, L. So L for the median class is 60 plus n by 2 we have got 25 minus cumulative frequency. Always remember that this cumulative frequency is not of median class. Only this thing has to be remembered. It is not of median class. It is a value preceding to the median class. Means this is the median class preceding to this. So preceding to this is 24. So that is 24 divided by frequency. Now this frequency will be again of the median class. So frequency of this median class was 12. See here, it was 12. So just put the value here 12 into height of the class. I guess you know height of the class is 20. So now you have got all the values. Solve these values and you will get your answer. So I guess I am clear. And please, again I am telling, if you don't want to forget this formula, practice this question multiple times. Any other with other values, but these kind of questions is very important. They will surely come in your examination. One out of all these three, one will surely come. Okay. Now moving to the next question. This is the next question. Draw the less than ogive and more than ogive. For less than ogive and more than ogive, very important thing. Again I am telling, drawing the cumulative frequency means forming a cumulative frequency table. I'll just tell you how. I am writing here less than. I'm writing here less than graph. So for less than, you know, for less than always take the upper limit. Always take the upper limit of the class. So you'll write less than 30. So less than 30, can you tell me that how many values are there which is less than 30? So in 20 to 30, all the values would be less than 30, isn't it? Because they are in 20 to 30 bracket. So that is 8. So we'll write here 8. Then less than 40. So less than 40, this all 12 values are there? No. This 12 and also this 8, because this 8 is also less than 40, because we are being asked less than 40. So this less than 40 is not only 8 but 12 plus 8, that is 20. Okay. Then less than 50, if I ask about less than 50, that will be adding of all of them. So 20 and 24, that is 44. less than 60, that is 44 plus 6, 44 plus 6, that is 50, and then less than 70, so 70 would be 50 plus 10, that is 60, and then 80, and then 80 would be like less than 80 is 15, then 75, and then less than 90 is 75 plus 25 is 100. Now you have got this. In a very similar fashion, more than graph would be formed. More than. So I'm writing for more than. Now you all would have understood that for more than you will take the lower. You will take the lower limit, isn't it? So I'm writing here more than 20. More than 20. More than 20. Now guys, pay attention here. What are the values which are more than 20? So I guess all the values are more than 20 because it is in 20 to 30, 30 to 40. All the values are more than 20, isn't it? So what you will do, you will add all of them. So if you add all of them, we had got 100 here. So more than 20 is all the values, 100. Okay. Now, if I ask more than 30, this means in more than 30, all the values except this 8. So never go back from this side, rather get the value, added all of them. Now subtract 8 from this because 8 is not there and all of them are there. So 100 minus 8, you will be getting 92 because these 92 values are more than 30. Then for more than 40, all values, now subtract 12, this 12 from this 92. So we'll get 80. Now, then more than 50. So if you write more than 50, then all the values except these 3. So we have already subtracted these 2. Now we will subtract this 24. So if I subtract this 24, I'll be getting something 56. And then moving on to the next, like that, you'll be getting. Now how to draw the graph? The important thing. For drawing the graph, always remember that this will be always your x coordinate and this will be always your y coordinate. Similar here. This will be your, I'm writing using the another color. This will be your x coordinate and this will be your y coordinate. Okay, x coordinate, y coordinate. Here also x coordinate and y coordinate. Okay, so this will be looking like this. Now, I'll tell you how to solve this. Say for example, so the x coordinate here would be, means if I write the point would be here 20, 0, 20, 100. Here it will be 30, 92 and so on. Similarly here it would be 30, 8. Write down here 90, 100. This would be 30, 8. So where shall I write? Yahi likh deta hu. This is 30, 8. This is 40, 20, isn't it? And so on. Now once, if you will draw the graph of this, how it will look like, I'll just tell you. First, just remember 30, 8, 40, 20. So I'll just form a graph here. Say for example, if I take, this will be the class interval, x coordinate, and this will be the frequency, y coordinate, isn't it? So the first point was 30, 8 and 40, 20. So I'm writing here 30, 8 and 40, 20. So it will be like this. Now just pay attention that here all the y coordinates are increasing. So if I plot it on the graph, it will be like this, increasing, isn't it? So less than graph would be always an increasing graph. Okay. Now if you talk about more than graph, see the y-axis. This y coordinate is decreasing, isn't it? First is 20, 100. So the first point which will be coming is 20, 100 here. 20, 100, and then from here 92, 80, 56 and like this. So it will be decreasing graph, isn't it? Now, so once you have, this is called less than ogive and this is called more than ogive. Yes, more than ogive. More than would be decreasing and less than would be increasing, opposite. Now these graphs have intersected at a point. If you will put this point and put a perpendicular line on the x-axis, the value which you will be getting here is nothing but the value of median of this data. So this will be the median of this data, and many a times in exam it is asked that find the median using the graph. So here it is written, hence find its median. So if it is writing that you have to draw the less than and more than ogive and then you have to find the median, this means that you will be using graph paper to find the median. Don't use the formula here. Use the graph paper, because this graph paper will give you the exact value of median and hence you will be finding the value of median. So this is how it works. And let me tell you, this question is very, very important. Not only important, but very, 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 very important, because one graphical question is must in boards. Most of the time it comes. So practice this question well in advance. Okay. Now, if I am clear with this point, moving on to the next question. Here goes the next, find the mean, mode and median of this frequency. I will not repeat this question because I have just taken this question just to tell you that these kind of questions are very important. So please find the value. I have already said you mean, mode and median. How to find these values? So you can very well find these kind of values. So you have to just find all three of them. And let me tell you, this data is easy. This kind of question will be coming. Easy data, and hence you have to find all the three. So you just put down the formula and write down the formula and get the values of all the three. Now moving to the next. So moving to the next, I guess this should be the last question. Draw the less than type ogive of the following distribution. So if this is a less than type, surely again very easy. I'll just write it down, less than. So for the less than, you always take the upper limit. So I am writing here less than 10. Less than 10 is the first one, 5. Then less than 20, 5 plus 4, that is 9. Then less than 30, so I am writing down here 30, 40 and 50 and 60 and 60. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. 10, 20 and 260. 5, 5, 4, 9. 9 and 8, 17. 17 and 10, 27, and 27, 15, 30, no, 42, and 42 and 18 is 60. So we have got all the points. I'll write down the coordinates, that is 10, 5, 20, 9, 30, 17, 30, 17, and then 40, 27, and thereafter 50, 42, 50, 42, and then 60, 60, isn't it? 60, 60. Now once we have got all the points, just come on the graph paper and plot all the points. X-axis, y-axis, points, it will be moving upward direction, and it's not necessary, in fact it won't happen that it will go a straight line. It will never go a straight line. It will be like curve kind of thing. It might go in a straight line, but yes, that is not mandatory. It can go like any form. Okay. So this is the less than graph you have drawn. So this is called less than ogive. This is called less than ogive. Okay. And this is ogive, not ogive. Okay. So anyways, this was all. Okay. I guess you would have understood this question, isn't it? So if you have understood this question, these all kind of questions are important. So try solving these questions. I would suggest that you can solve 2-3 questions for step deviation and assume mean method also. But yes, that is important but not very important. But yes, I won't suggest you to leave them. Solve them. Have a glimpse in your mind that how these questions would be solved, because that might also come in the examination. Although I have not taken in today's session, but yes, that is important. Let me tell you very frankly, that is important. So moving to the next. Yes, I guess that was all for today's session. And it was again a very wonderful session with you all. Let me tell you again once more that I am getting multiple responses on the YouTube comment box that sir, I have problem in this question, I have doubt in this question and all those things, or I want the PDF of important questions or whatever the questions you are taking. So guys, in the previous session also I have said you, again I am saying, there is a Vedantu doubt solving app that is there. You can download it on the Play Store on your Android mobile, and you, by downloading it, you would be able to ask the doubts from me, from other backend of my team. There is a whole team with me who are working round the clock for just telling you your doubts and giving you your solutions. So you can download that app and in that app you will be getting your solutions. Even these questions, these important questions for those board exams which I am taking right now here, these all questions would also be there in the PDF format. So just you can go there and download it, and you can get all and each and everything there. Okay, so that was all from my side. It was really a wonderful session. I'll see you guys again in the 8 p.m. session. So till then, I will say a very goodbye to all of you. Bye bye. Thank you.